on Great Britain. Here we go. Lights on and lights out straight away. Ron Hart looks like he's got a decent start, but Shadow, a much better one in the end. He's got the inside line as well going towards turn number 1. Is he going to hang it round there, Ron Hart, and get the inside for 2? Maybe dive down the outside at 3. It's side by side between the two leaders with Shadow taking the lead, but Ron Hart's not going to give up easily. Down the inside at turn number 4. He shoves out Shadow ever so slightly. The two still go side by side through the entirety of Sector 1. A great fight between these two. Ronald's going to get the inside line going into Brooklands, and now finally he fends off Shadow. A great fight between them. Meanwhile, further behind, Sparks has got ahead of Jonas, and Joe has held his position in P5. Ben following on in P6. What a great fight between Shadow and Ronhard that was, though.
Very, very close there. Wheel-to-wheel stuff as they come through the first couple of corners. Shadow looking for a little move down there, but he knows going through that section side by side, you're asking to have a bit of a trouble here. But he's going to try and do it through Maggots and Beckett's. They're going to go side by side through here. That is unbelievable. And he's able to make the way past Ronhar. And I've never seen anyone make a move there. You don't make a move there. It's one of the fastest sections of track in the entirety of the F1 calendar. And Shadow's just gone, no, I'll make my move there. That's fine. I'll do it. It's good. How do you do that? How do you have the confidence to just go round the outside, round down the inside there through that section of track? That's unbelievable. Really, really impressive from him.
The undercut has worked wonders for him, but it's really separated out this group, and these guys might be left to battle over third place. The advantage that Shadow has got is he's going to have a free pit lane when he comes into the pits. Those guys behind didn't get that as Jonas gets down the inside of Ben. He wants to clear the Alfa Romeo as quickly as possible. Ben's not going to let him go that easily. Hangs it round the outside at Brooklands to shove it down the inside at Luffield. And now he's going to hold on to the place and hold up this group even further.
Yeah, this is going to be bad for those guys that we were just focusing on. So, Shadow here, he's all by himself. He won't be held up in the pit lane like you said.
Ben has gone for a big spin and he's out of the race. He's gone for a big spin at Stowe and his wheels come off, presumably. In the accident, a safety car has come out. Oh my goodness me, this does change the race massively now. So we're going to have a really quick dash to the line out when this safety car comes in. The front group was really stretched out. There were 1 second gaps going on all over the place, but all that is gone now. Ronhar was looking in a fantastic place to win because of the penalty for Shadow, like you say, but that has all changed now. Joey is going to be on the back of him. Jonas is going to be there. Sparks, Immortal, Danny F31 is going to be there as well.
He will definitely be making his way up the field, unless he chooses to do what I said and just stay behind him, but I doubt he will. Oh, yeah, dear. I just got kicked.
Once again, trying to get close. Going towards Cops right now. It's extremely close. Less than a tenth of a second separate the two of them. After 13 laps of racing, the sprint race here at Britain, he's going to go for this into Maggots and Beckett. He just lifts off ever so slightly, backs off, makes sure he goes single file through Maggots and Beckett and gets the best run possible through this section of corners. Sparks has got a penalty which is going to drop him down, but is Ronhar going to drop down to second, or is he going to hang on here? He's got the DRSs, Joe, but he's not close enough to make the move. He was waiting. He was putting it all on the last lap, all on the line at the very end, but it's not going to turn out for him. Ronhar looks like he's going to hold on in the end, and he didn't have to do that much defending. His pure pace has got him this one over the line now, and Ronhar wins the British Grand Prix just ahead of Joe. Jonas got a penalty on the very final lap, and so did Sparks, so Immortal gets third place. Danny at 31 into fourth, ahead of Langman in reverse grid race in the rain. Here we go. Lights coming on now. Hunted Lax and JJ on the front row together. And we go racing in the rain at Spa. And it's a good start from Hunted Lax. JJ not getting the greatest start ever, but Hunted Lax, really good one. He goes through turn one. Already carbon fibre flying in the background. Darkula off towards the side. As already one of the AlphaTauris has gone for a trip across the curb as they all go and narrow down towards Eau Rouge. Big move on the outside from Jonas. Look at him go already. 7th place for Jonas. He's come from the back of the field nearly, and he's already nearly inside the top 5. JJ's down to 5th. It's all shaken up a little bit in terms of the order. We'll wait over the sector line. But yeah, we'll see where he actually is. Jonas, he's in 5th place. He must have made up about 10 places already on the very first lap of this race.
Yeah, that's an unbelievable start from Jonas. I was just keeping an eye on him as I saw him going up the left-hand side of the board. That could have been a little bit of damage, though. And he's making another one on Ian Boy. He's going to try and go around the outside of him here. And he's looking like he's going to try and do it. Maybe Maybe he's just faster than wet because he's just made another one up into P4. As you know, I mean, he wasn't starting from completely the back because of that penalty that he had. So he probably started around the midfield. But still, unbelievable start from Jonas. And now he's chasing after JJ, who is very, very close to Ben, who had a very good start as well. They're fighting right now for the second place position.
Further behind, it is all going on here. Bushiant's right in amongst it. He's just got Shadow, Ronhor, Sparks, Mulder behind him at the moment. And the two AlphaTauris battling in front of him. Lazy Winner and Stabby Boy going side by side through the pool for a curve. And they've just about kept it out of that wall, which is incredibly dangerous as Langman gets in front of Ian Boy just in front. But look at this pack. About 7 cars separated by not very much time at all. Shadow's, and there's a huge accident for Bushiant. He's into the wall, spears off. Shadow also crashes at Blanchimont, and that is absolutely massive. Safety car comes out, and rightly so, because that accident was absolutely huge. 2 cars completely ruined, and so we have a bit of a neutralisation of the race. A brilliant start to the race, very chaotic, but it just got a little bit too chaotic for some there at Blanchimont on the opening lap. Play on words a little bit there, but yeah, the top 4 as he goes now. Does the Alfa Romeo. Ian Boy not really as attentive as he would have liked. Lazy Winner even less so. And Scotty now has already got people crawling all over the back of him. Ben and Langman side by side through the bus stop. As Ian Boy and Scotty both into the pit lane already. Mulder trying to make up some time. But the real battle here is for third place. The 2 leaders have really gone away from the field already. Side by side with Ben trying to hang on to his position ahead of Langman right now. They're going to squirm their way out of La Source for the 4th time. But for the first time in real anger here at racing speed, Ben just about gets the position as there's front wing damage. Lazy Winner, has actually lost the car and got into the wall on the run down to Eau Rouge, I do believe, as he put, it's Haunted AX who's actually gone into the wall. So he's no longer leading. This now is a big battle for the lead with Lazy Winner now in the lead. But can he hold on? Not really. Ben is trying to get through on him. Langman, so is Mulder. Down the inside into the final part of Lecombe for Mulder. Side by side, still very, very close. And it's hard to know where to look at the moment. We're 2 by 2 with 2 rows of cars. Ben down the inside, he's gone wrong. He's gone and spun in front of the field. He's been hit. He's out of the race. Choco has got damage as well because of that now. Or was it Immortal? It was Immortal, who's got the damage. Langman gets to the lead, but he spins. And now Lazy Winner's into the wall. So Mulder's into the lead of the race. What a crazy opening lap on that safety car restart with about 4 main contenders spinning out of contention. Oh, more spinning as well.
Win for this race, but really, really unfortunate for Ben. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it looked like he had the pace on the Inters. It's definitely on a faster tyre, but it looks like Joe's going to try and go around the outside of Danny now as he comes down to the bus stop chicane. That looks like a very done move, as he looks like, but maybe Danny can cut back on him. That's a really nice bit of driving from Danny to get the cutback manoeuvre on him, but Joe will have the inside line coming down into turn 1, and that will most likely mean he'll secure the place as he comes up the hill, try and squeeze him out onto the asphalt, and yeah, that looks like he has made the move, and Joe's up to P2.
And there's no real practice element to it at all. JJ has got a drive-through penalty for speeding under the VSC, but Jonas now is going to try and get through on Danny of 31 using the overtake that he saved up under the VSC to try and make this move. Danny of 31 is going to be doing the same though, and that's what he's got to be worrying about. Round the outside for Jonas at the first part of Lecombe. Is this going to pay off for the Red Bull? Yes, it is. Danny of 31 has to yield, and Jonas also because he's got so much front wing damage. He looks like he's really struggling.
Well, I mean, with a short race like this, it's sometimes better to just stay out because you can kind of just keep it going. Like, you might lose a few places, but
no crash for him. Well saved as they go down into the bus stop. Mulder sliding, he brakes late, and Joe's into the pit lane. He wants the 2 laps on the soft tyres. Choco follows him in. Mulder and Jonas stay out on the intermediate tyres.
This could be really, really big for these 2 guys. So, the thing is, Jonas and Mulder are going to have that track position. Obviously, you can see they're going to be higher up on the circuit. But you can, again, clearly see how much they're struggling on the Inters. You saw Mulder lock up and go extremely wide into the bus stop. And Joe literally had to counter steer. As you see, Jonas, he hits the wall coming through Rouge Radion. That's how much these tyres are struggling.
Joe came out of the pit lane, which means that Joe realistically needs to gain 9 seconds a lap on Mulder if he wants to win this race. He needs to get towards Danny of 31, and he needs to overtake him on this lap if he wants to take this. He's right on the back of Danny of 31, and the gap is just under 8 seconds. He did do the 9 seconds on the last lap, but he's held up ever so slightly by Danny F31. That could be the difference. I think this race is going to come down to the bus stop right at the end. It's 7 seconds between these two as they went across the line and out of La Source for the final time in this race. Joe needs to keep this pace up right now, and he needs to not get any penalties as well, because if he gets towards Mulder, if he gets within a second as they go towards the bus stop, then Mulder is not going to have anything to fend him off with. Here he goes through Lecom. This is a bit of a driving masterclass at the moment from Joe. You can see Jonas going up in front of him at the moment, struggling so much. The intermediates on the dry track are just going to be terrible at this point. And look, you can already see Mulder in the distance. There he is going through P1 at the moment, up the inside of Jonas, and the Red Bull is not going to have anything to fight with right now. There he goes. Choco goes through as well, and that could be a fall for Joe, but I don't think it's going to matter at all. 1.5 seconds as they go through this chicane. Mulder is right up in front at the moment. Joe is right on the back of him. He goes to the outside, tries to go to the inside at Stavolo. It all stacks up. He gets to the inside line. He takes the lead of the race in the very final few corners, and he looks like he's going to win this one unless he gets a penalty, and I think he'll be okay for it. Coming through Blanchimont for the final time. Choco is going to gain on him. It looks like it's going to come down between these two, but Choco has a 3-second time penalty, let's not forget. Is he going to go down the inside anyway? Joe defends just to make sure of it, defending very hard indeed. And in the end, it's going to be Joe who wins the Belgian Grand Prix. What a finish to that race. Wet tyres on a dry circuit. And in the end, Joe played the strategy call absolutely perfectly.
Look at that gap between Mulder and Choco there. Obviously.